What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So today we got Rick Rubin, advice on how to stop overthinking. Personally, as an artist, I don't overthink no more. I used to overanalyze everything on my music, but I realized my imperfections make me who I am as an artist. The only thing I would need to do is just get better equipment to perfect it. Before we get started, y'all be sure to get the merch. You know what I'm saying? Get the merch, y'all. The Atlanta Boy merch. And be sure to listen to Atlanta Boy So Full of Life in the description below and get the merch in the description below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and all that. Let's get into it.
More than you can do. But whatever it is that you can do, if you've given all of yourself to it, you've done your best, where could there be regret?
Art support.
Thank you.
The only advice I would have would be to not listen to anyone and to do what you love and to make things that you love, whatever it is. Make your favorite things. Be the audience. Make the thing for you the audience. It doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. And if you have to get a job to support yourself so that you can make your art, that's fine. You can't make art for someone else. You can't make art with someone else in mind. I don't believe it can be good.
So what does success feel like? Are you grateful? Are you proud of the work you've done in the past? Or is there some engine of constant dissatisfaction, like self-criticism of I could have done better?
No, I'm pleased with the work that we did. Excited to keep working. It's fun. I don't know what else I would do with myself because I like making things. It's fun. I feel like it's my reason to be on the planet. So I just keep doing it.
I'm extremely self-critical. So you don't have that self-criticism, harsh, like this could have been better.
You see, it does that. Why is it doing that? That's so fucking weird. Like, shit always be popping up and it just act weird like that and it glitches out. I don't get that about my computer.
If it could have been better, I would keep working on it. It's like if it could be better, it's not done. Well, it's the best it can be. I've done everything I can to make it the best it can be. And that's all. I can't do more than that. So there's nothing to be critical.
And that's the beauty about music. Nowadays, people think they shit supposed to be so fucking crystal clear and so freaking put together on Pro Tools and all this other shit. And nigga, it's not. Like, music's supposed to be what the artist want it to be. And people make the art popular. People make genres. So if your shit don't sound like nothing else, great. Now you're in your own lane. If your shit's starting to sound like this person, that person, this person, now you're becoming trapped in a box. You want to make your own lane. I feel like every artist should have their own sound. Honestly, they own sound, and a lot of artists do.
I did my if you always give all of yourself and do your best, which you're capable of doing, I'm not suggesting that you're capable of doing more than you can do, but whatever it is that you can do, if you've given all of yourself to it, you've done your best. Where could there be regret? It seems like music has the ability to bring us so much depth in our soul that's hard to access any other way. And without it, there would be a loss beyond the pleasure of it. Feels like it's a window into something else.
Something that no other medium can express quite the same way.
I would say not as automatically. Something about music can do it automatically. Maybe poetry or maybe certain abstract forms can get us there. But there's something about music that really can get us there quickly. It starts with this, again, coming in blank, like not having any preconceived ideas, being open and really listening and not thinking about what you're going to say next or what your opinion is. Basically being a recorder and just hearing what comes in. And then once you hear what comes in, processing that information.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Trying our best to do that without any of the
all right, I'm going to click, and then I'm going to click play.
beliefs that we might have to impact what that is. You know, if I ask you a question, I don't want to listen to you and have any reaction happening when you're speaking. I want to be as neutral as possible. For me, my goal is not to form an opinion, it's to understand. So if anything, I would draw you out further and just ask questions to really understand, or if you say something that somehow triggers me in a way that I wouldn't challenge you, I would ask, like, oh, how did you find that? You know, how did you get to that place?
From a place of curiosity, you would try to figure out.
Yeah, I want to understand who the person is. And through questioning, we can usually get there, or through just spending time together, you find out who the person is. It's one of the main jobs, my jobs as a record producer, is to keep the voices away from the artist, from all of the people who are really on their side but don't know. You know, like the whether it be people, anyone on the business side who doesn't make things, they're excited to do their part. You know, they're excited when you deliver the thing, the art that you make to me, then we can start the project. But there's nothing to sell if the art doesn't happen in the right way, and it has to be protected, and it can't happen on the same kind of a timetable that business can. It's just a different thing. Art doesn't come in a quarterly way.
Avoid yes, man.
Hi, drop shippers.
That's fucking
It's
fact.
time to focus on what you do best.
I'm tired of people being
So
like
go to
that. That's why I don't be around
wix.com/.
people like that no more. There's too many yes men out here.
The other side of it is, in success, there can be a lack of reality where all of the people around the successful person just tell them everything they do is great. And then they don't have anything to bump up against anymore, or have a realistic sense of how things work, or how things measure, you know? So both sides are really important, both avoiding the voices getting in the way and having a trusted group of, you know, a sangha, a group of people who can say, you know, I don't know if that's as good. And you can still, you know, say, I don't care what you think, that's fine. But it helps to hear it. You know, it helps to have, if someone who you respect tells you something isn't good enough, it's helpful.
When you know it comes from a place of love, when it comes from a place of wisdom.
100%. And not from a place of fear, not from a place of, oh, this doesn't sound like it's going to do as well as your last thing. That's not the point. The point is, on this quest for greatness, are you living up to your ability? You know, I believe we're vehicles for information that when it's ready to come through, it comes through. And the people who have good antennas pick up the signal. But if I'm sure you've had an experience in your life where you've had an idea for something and you've not acted on it, and eventually someone else does it. And it's not because they're doing it because you had the idea and they stole your idea. It's because the time has come for that idea. And if you don't do it, someone else is going to do it.
It's being broadcast by whatever the source is.
Whatever the source is. I think we all have our own antenna for whatever it is that we, you know, maybe not everyone has tuned into their antenna to see what it is that their strength in bringing through is. I'm lucky in that it found me because I didn't know that I didn't even know this was a job.
Yeah.
A lot of the job also is the expectation. It's like setting up an expectation that we really can make a great Black Sabbath record that stands alongside their best work. I can remember having a conversation with Johnny Cash saying on our first album, saying, we're gonna make the best album you ever made. And he looked at me like I was insane. How could you even think that way? He felt like he hadn't made a good record in probably 25 years and had been discarded. You know, at the time that I met him, he was playing at dinner theaters and had been dropped from 2 labels and nobody cared. So the idea of shifting that, reframing the experience to not just, well, let's just do an album, but let's do whatever it takes for it to be the best album you've ever made. What would that sound like? How would that work? How much work would go into it? Are you willing to commit to that?
Yeah.
It's because it's not easy, and some artists don't like it, and I've worked with some artists where it hasn't worked out, where they just are not willing to do the work.
You see, that's the problem. I hate artists like this. How do you claim to be a rapper and you don't put your all into your music? And it's like, I be seeing all these local rappers. I don't feel like I'm local no more. I feel like, nigga, we major, nigga. Like, I know people. I don't know no one in my community. I didn't grow up in one set community, so I can't be local. Some people live in one area their whole life, and they're still not popping in that area. I don't get it. If I was a rapper and I stayed in the cab and I lived in the cab, or I just been rapping indie cab, nigga, I would have every show on lock. But my rap style would be different because I've been listening to different music. I have different influence. But me, I feel like I know folks from Florida, Texas, LA, New York, Canada, South Africa, UK. Like, I have a handful of countries that people listen to my music in, and states people listen to my music in. I would just say to every artist out here, not rapper, not singer, artist, take your time with your music. Don't rush it. Live, learn, experience shit, man. Because we all we got in this world, you know what I'm saying? From an artist to another artist, we all we got, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all stop overthinking. If it's done, it's done. Trust me. Peace. Mario the poet.